Okay, so you've seen that movie where Leonardo DiCaprio goes within a dream, within a dream, within a dream. Well, I bet you didn't know that Inception actually applies to mastering print on demand. Get ready because you're about to be mind blown. I need you to use your imagination. I need you to use your imagination. All right, freedom fighters. So today's video is going to be part 2 of print on demand. We're gonna be diving into some more product research methods that you can use to find profitable print on demand products that are already selling, that are already successful, and we're gonna be using a couple of different strategies to master print on demand. The first strategy we talk about a lot on this channel, and it is recreating success. And so we're gonna be diving onto some of the world's largest print on demand sites and checking out their best-selling products to figure out what we can use to recreate for our own store. The second technique is thinking ahead. So we're gonna be using audience insights to find direct targeted niches within niches, possibly even within a third niche, so that we can create designs that are directly targeted to our buyers. One of the really cool things about print on demand is that unlike selling an AliExpress product, you're not working with a product that's already created, you're actually designing this product. And we can use that to our advantage to make designs that are directly targeted to customers within a niche, within a niche, within a niche. And I think that's gonna make a lot of sense too once we start talking about it and I show you guys some examples. So let's jump on my computer and get to it. So I wanna start this tutorial off by explaining this concept of Inception and how you can use it for print on demand. So when I say Inception, I mean a niche within a niche within a niche, which we talked about a little bit just a minute ago, but I want to show you exactly how you can find that before you actually start making your designs. Because in order to actually master print on demand, you need to understand that you need to find your audience before you create your designs. You need to make sure that there's a demand for what you're selling first, and you want to make sure that it's extremely specific. And so the way we find these really detailed targeted audiences is by using audience insights. And so what we're going to do is we're going to detail target a couple of different things. Let's say that we want to make a pug shirt. So we would obviously just search that in detail targeting, and you're going to see a bunch of different things pop up. This first one, pug, has 14 million people, which is obviously way too big, but we're going to narrow that audience with our second passionate niche. So we're going to go ahead and select that, and then we're actually going to narrow the audience and find a different niche that's also very passionate. So something that's been blowing up recently is matcha green tea. And so let's see if we can narrow the audience a little bit by finding an audience that likes pugs that also likes matcha. And so we're just gonna search that in the second bar here and see what we get. So this first one has 15 million people, but again, once we start to narrow people that like pugs and also like matcha, it's gonna get a lot smaller. So once we do that, we are coming down to an audience the size of about 200,000 people, which is a perfect place to start. And then if you wanted to get more specific, and I'm not saying that you have to be 3 niches deep to make sales, 2 usually works, but the more specific you're going to get, the better. So maybe we are gonna add in Los Angeles. So people that like pugs and people that like matcha that are in LA. And so this is a little bit too small. Now there are different things that are gonna be broader. Maybe you found the areas that most like pugs and most like matcha and combined those. And so when we were making our design, like if we wanted to do this, and let's just, instead of saying Los Angeles, let's do the state of California. So this is 46,000 people that love the state of California, that love pugs, and also love matcha green tea. So if we combined those 3 niches and created a t-shirt of a pug with the state of California and like his matcha green tea, and then came up with some like crazy funny catchphrase or something, then that is a very specifically targeted audience that is extremely detailed, and I bet you haven't seen a shirt with a pug in California and matcha green tea on it. Now this audience is very small, but again, it's very specific, so it's worth a try. I usually like to go at least 2 niches deep, and then if I find an audience that's 3 niches deep with at least 150,000 people, then I run with it. Now we're gonna jump onto a couple of different sites and do some product research for already proven successful designs. So the first site that we're going to start on is going to be Pinterest. And you really should be using Pinterest for all types of product research, not just for print on demand. It's a great source of traffic and data. And one of the really cool things about Pinterest is that it automatically is going to have the most pinned posts at the very top. So these are going to be in order as to your interest or what you're searching and the amount of pins and the amount of likes and shares. So it definitely is data that you can use when you are designing your t-shirts or picking different products. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna type in pug shirt and see what pops up. Here we're getting a bunch of different things, and so now obviously not all of these are niche within a niche, and they're not gonna be the example that we just came up with, but we can use these to kind of play off of. So this one is the top pin post. It's pug-tato, and it's absolutely adorable. So that's a niche within a niche, not a very passionate niche when it comes to potatoes. This one is perfect, exactly the type of thing we're looking for. Pumpkin spice latte with a little pug. People are freaking crazy about pumpkins. I love pumpkin lattes. I have like 12 pumpkin candles in this room. And so if we were doing the pug and the matcha tea, then maybe we could come up with some kind of catchy phrase and use a design that's similar to that. Or we could literally just run with pumpkin spice and play off of that design, recreate it, and target women who like pumpkins, pumpkin spice, and pugs. And don't use the exact design. Screenshot this example, send it off to Fiverr or Upwork, and if you are interested in kind of seeing exactly how you find graphic designers for extremely cheap to make your designs, then make sure you check out Print on Demand video 1, and I'll leave it down in the description below. I go into exactly how you can find designers to recreate these designs for you. We'll just look at a couple more of these before we jump onto the next site. This one here is perfect. So it's a little play off of Netflix. And so riding that really fine line of not quite hitting a trademark, but really just kind of edging on it enough to where people are able to associate the two ideas is a really profitable spot to be, because you're not going to be able to be sued because it is a little bit different, but it's similar enough to where people's minds kind of go in that place you want them, and so you can target those niches within the niche. So Pug and Chill is a play off of Pugs and Netflix. Star Pugs Coffee is a niche within a niche, so it's actually playing off of pugs, Starbucks, and the love of coffee. What else do we have here? We have a pug in the United States. So again, this is kind of playing off of location. So if you could tie like a pug into California or a pug and a coffee and California all into one, then that's a really direct targeted product that would be perfect for print on demand. And you can use Pinterest for literally any niche. So if you were in the cat niche, you could type in cat shirt and see what pops up, and then see if you can find anything that's very specific to cat lovers. And then a second niche, here's a little play off of Nirvana, so it's Pervana, which I think is a great idea. And again, it's not quite hitting that trademark, but it looks a lot like the Nirvana t-shirts. We have cats and mermaids. I mean, there's just a ton of different ideas that you can kind of play off of. Cats and burritos. I mean, I know that I'm super passionate about burritos, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that are out there that are as well. But just tons of things that you can kind of do on your own time. We're gonna jump onto some of the top selling print on demand websites now and look at what their top selling products are and see what we can find and how we can recreate success based off of these top selling companies. So the first one that we are gonna look at is a company called Zazzle, and they do all different types of print on demand for not only clothing and accessories, but also for home and living, electronics, office, baby and art. I mean, weddings, literally all of it. But for this tutorial, we're gonna be sticking specifically with t-shirts. So we would just go to clothing and accessories, and then we can see popular designs. So let's just go ahead and stick with this cat niche that we were talking about earlier and see what pops up. So we can sort here by popular, and we're able to actually find the top selling t-shirts that are on this website. So the first one is this cat daddy shirt, which isn't, you know, very specific within a niche, so we're not gonna do something like that. But if we scroll down, we can kind of go through these and see if we find anything that would work with what we're trying to do. So I think this one is really interesting. A woman cannot survive on wine alone. She also needs a cat. So it's wine lovers and also cat lovers are the two targeting things that you're using for this specific shirt. And you could just screenshot this and create something very similar, because obviously it's one of the top shirts. And then we have books and cats, which isn't super specific, a little more specific than a lot of these, but not as detailed of a targeting as we really would like. Cactuses are surprisingly actually a very passionate niche. I mean, that's a store in itself if you did, you know, cat apparel with cactuses. And it's got this kind of funny cactus, cat cuss, and then the cat's like saying, which is kind of hilarious. So this is a perfect one. And again, we have, you know, tacos and cats. And so we're starting to kind of see a trend with that. So there's tons of different designs. Avocado, that's perfect. Avocados are a really passionate niche. And again, you know, just finding a niche within a niche and then detail targeting it for your Facebook ads is how you're gonna really make sales. So we're not gonna spend a ton of time on these sites. I do just kind of wanna introduce you to them so that you can kind of do this on your own time. The next one that we're gonna look at is called Redbubble. Again, it's a huge print-on-demand company. And so we would just do the exact same thing with this one. We would go to t-shirts and tops or whatever print-on-demand product you're looking to sell. And then you're just going to search by trending or top selling. And so for this, we're gonna do top selling because we wanna find the shirts that have the most sales because those are the ones that are gonna be the most profitable. And right now we're not doing any targeting. These are just the top selling women's shirts. And right away we see Mother of Cats, which is a play off of Game of Thrones, and obviously cats, which again, this place of being right on that fine line of hitting a trademark and making your shirt design enough to where you can associate it with a second topic. People that watch Game of Thrones are crazy. I don't know if any of you guys are big Game of Thrones fans. I know I myself watch every single episode and I love Khaleesi's, and so a shirt like this would be perfect for something like that. And it's a very easy targeted shirt and something that people haven't seen a lot of. So you could play off of that. You could get more specific with exactly what type of shirts you're looking for. I mean, just tons of things. And again, you have to kind of do your research prior to going on it and making this design. So the first thing you want to do is find the audience, then find a similar design, and then have it recreated. Because if you don't find the audience first, you don't know that there's going to be an actual demand for that product. So this is the second one. You can take a look at it on your own time. And then the third one is gonna be Lotus Leggings. This company came out and just blew up. They do all types of like funky leggings. And so this is definitely a site that you wanna check out if you are in that niche, and even if you're just doing a little bit of product research. And one of the cool things about this is that a lot of the leggings that are on this site are actually on AliExpress as well. Now this is a print-on-demand company and you can use the patterns that they're selling really well to kind of play off of, but you can also find a lot of the products that they're selling well on AliExpress. So we're just gonna take a look at their top sellers. And we'll go to women's leggings and see what we've got. So these are the women's #1 sellers. These leggings are doing crazy numbers. You can see here they've got like this weird enchanted dragon. They have a tree, a little like lotus leg, which is really cool. I'm not sure what this cat is, but I know that this is definitely a play off of a character. I can't even think of the name. Maybe you know it. You know, again, they're touching that line of like not hitting a trademark exactly because the design's just a little bit different, but they're very, very close to it. If we scroll down, we'll see army pants. We've got some like mermaid leggings. Oh, and one thing that I want to show you guys that's really cool, if we come onto this product and you actually install this app up here at the top, it's called AliExpress Seller Check and it's completely free. You can search Google for AliExpress Seller Check and actually download this Chrome extension. One of the really cool things that you can do to find products and manufacturers that are selling specific products that you find on any website you're looking on is download this Chrome extension, and then if you come down to the actual image and you right click on it, as long as you have that Chrome extension downloaded, you're gonna see search goods on AliExpress by this image. And this is so cool, guys, and it's gonna save you a ton of time. When you do that, it actually pulls up another tab on Google that searches for that image, and we can see if it's sold on AliExpress. So right here, right away, you see that there's a ton of different manufacturers that sell that exact same product. So if you were selling leggings, you can literally get that exact same product from AliExpress. You can search the manufacturers, find the best one, and then import it onto your store. So definitely check out Lotus Leggings. There's a ton of funky patterns for swimwear. We can also do tops and kind of see what t-shirts they have made that are selling really well. So we've got like these weird like skeletons, space tops, and I wouldn't say that these are really great for print on demand. They look more like kind of like rave tops to me, but you know, if you're in that niche, it might be something interesting. And also you can play off the designs. It doesn't have to be a graphic t-shirt. You could take one of these patterns that you see here and have this made for a pillow or for, you know, something else other than a t-shirt. So tons of stuff you can look at on Lotus Leggings. We're going to talk about a couple more, and again, we're not going to go super in depth on them. I just kind of want to introduce these to you so you can use these on your own time. The next one is Society 6, and this is like more of a modern, funky type of print-on-demand store. So we'll see what type of t-shirts they've got going. They're obviously pushing Halloween since that's coming up, and I always recommend that when you're doing print on demand, you're always pushing big events and holidays because there's no loss with it. You don't have to buy these products up front, so you're not gonna lose anything, which is so cool because you're able to play with different ideas and see if they work for you. And you know, people that are creative and are willing to kind of take a chance and play along with the holidays and the big events and things that are coming up, those are the people that are going to make a ton of money with these t-shirts. They're things that are unique, that people have never seen before. They're not getting bombarded with the same cat shirt, because this cat shirt is a cat shirt with coffee and Halloween implemented into it, and you're kind of combining those three niches to directly target people that love all of those things. So just something to keep in mind. So again, you always want to make sure that you're searching by popular or best-selling when you're doing your product research. Doesn't matter what site you're on, doesn't matter what you're doing, you always want to find the most successful, most profitable items or shirts that are selling so that you know that these already have a certain level of social proof. And you always want to be specific to whatever niche you're really looking into. So if we were selling pug items, we would, you know, search pug and then kind of see what pops up and just kind of take a peek at all of the designs. I mean, this is hilarious. And this is combining pugs and yoga. You know, it doesn't have to be t-shirts. It could be coffee mugs. It could be little like stickers for computers. I mean, get creative when you guys are doing this. Here again, we see that pug-tato design, and this is just a little bit different than the one that we saw on Pinterest, and I guarantee you that that person went onto Pinterest, found that design, and then recreated it, and now they're making a ton of money on this pug iPhone case. So check this out on your own time when you are doing your own product research and your own research for print on demand. The last site that we're going to take a quick peek at is a site called Threadless. And again, as soon as we get onto the site, we see that they are pushing Halloween, they're pushing these holidays, which is again a really good way to go about print on demand because you can do it. So, you know, use the holidays to your advantage and make sure you're planning ahead for them. Like, don't come up with your Halloween pug shirt a day before Halloween. Like, you want to have these out a month or so before so that people can actually buy them and get them by the time the actual holiday comes. And we'll just look at this super quick. We'll look at men's hoodies and see what's selling. And so we see a bunch of like very simple modern designs. This is a little play off of Banksy. I don't know if you guys saw in the media, but Banksy actually sold this painting for millions of dollars, and he had installed a paper shredder in the inside of it. And so as soon as it was purchased, the painting actually self-destructed. But back to print on demand, right? And these right now are searching by relevancy. So you could just kind of use these for inspiration, see if you find something that you think would work. And remember that it doesn't ever really hurt. Like, how much money are you actually wasting to try out a t-shirt design? You're spending about $5 to $7 to have the design made, and then you're running low-cost Facebook ads on it for 4 days. So you're spending about $25 or $30 to test a shirt. And if you sell, you know, 2 or 3 of them, you're already making that money back. And who knows, you might catch on to a design that sells like crazy. So those are some of the world's largest print-on-demand sites and some of the best product research methods for print-on-demand. I hope that you found this video super helpful, guys. I've been seeing so much support and love from all of you, so I really appreciate it, and I just want you to know that you guys are freaking awesome. And if you did like this video, as always, guys, give me a thumbs up so that I know that you're enjoying enjoying the content and that I'm helping you build your online business. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, hit the subscribe button down in the corner because I put out new videos for you every single Tuesday and Thursday, and I will see you guys next week.